All right, we're live. All right. You want to start things off here, Nicholas?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to TLC
Talkers!
I am your host, Nicholas Vasquez, and I'm here with my co-host,
Cameron.
and this is a new episode of TLC Talkers. So, we have a last cover, including Money in the Bank, Monday Night Raw, Friday Night SmackDown, and much more. So, let's go ahead and start with the PLE. Let's go ahead and start with Money in the Bank.
Woo woo! Money in the Bank.
So, alright, here we go. First up, you're going to be covering the Women's Intercontinental Championship match between Lyra Valkyria and Becky Lynch. Now, if you watched Money in the Bank, you saw that Becky Lynch defeated Lyra Valkyria.
Yay!
1, 2, 3, and to be found as the new Women's Intercontinental Champion.
Bro, I gotta cheer for that because I am so excited that we got a new intercontinental run. It was going fast and then it was going slow and then it went fast again, and I'm so excited that Becky won for sure.
Honestly, I think with Becky returning, it was almost criminal for her to not hold a belt. I feel like Becky Lynch is having a good heel run right now. I just feel like who she went up against in Lyra Valkyria, I don't think it was a good feud. I mean, it had Becky Lynch win the Money in the Bank. Money in the Bank. Had her win the Women's Intercontinental Championship, but what cost? Honestly, I didn't see this feud going anywhere. Ended now via Bayley returning on Raw and her beating down, I think, Becky Lynch. So, yeah. Honestly, I just didn't see the feud being a good one because I felt like Lyra Valkyria and a Becky Lynch feud. I feel like that could have been if Becky didn't turn on Lyra. I feel like that could have been like a teacher and the mentor mode. Obviously, we don't know how many years Becky Lynch has. But yeah, honestly, I feel like obviously Lyra still has a lot of time in the WWE. But yeah, Becky Lynch is 38.
She is?
So she's 38.
Oh.
Becky Lynch is 38. So honestly, I feel she still has a lot of time in WWE, but I think that will only be about 7 or 8 years before she decides to call it quit on her amazing pro wrestling career.
All right. Before we go any further, I want to give a toast for our new Intercontinental Champion. We love you, Becky Lynch. You're the best. You're better than Lyra Valkyria. I'm not gonna say that. I'm just a hater. Back it up. I'm gonna just say why I didn't want Lyra to win. Again, I'm just saying the feud was. I mean, not even the feud. Her run was up, 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 down, down, down. So I think Becky.
I felt like at a certain amount. Sorry, go ahead. I interrupted you.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say Becky with the championship. I think that's going to bring a good feud with her and Bailey. And another thing, this whole thing, this nobody asked for this fight, but it's really all Becky's fault. I know I'm a glazer of Becky, but at the same time, if she just would have waited for if she just would have not attacked Lyra, none of this would happen. If she just waited for Becky to come, I mean not Becky, why am I keep on? Bailey to come back, then we would have had the feud that we actually not asked for, but still at least wanted to see and not wanted to see Lyra Valkyria trying to fight Becky. We would at least want a match or a rivalry that would be good to entertain us. I would want to see Dakota Kai and Lyra Valkyria. I would want to see Ivy Nile and Lyra Valkyria, but Becky Lynch and that it just didn't mix. Next match.
Well, I hate to disagree with you, but Dakota Kai did have a match with Lyra, and so did Ivy Nile. And obviously, since they weren't the champions, we know that Lyra won against both of them. So I feel like I would run on the system if I'm a champion and I'm a scriptwriter. I would run on the term, you had your chance, go to the back of the line and see what happens and plan it out. So honestly, I just feel that they already had their chance.
Yeah.
And obviously they failed. So get to the back of the line. And who is next up on that list? Becky Lynch.
All right. Okay. You know what you know what you sound like.
Who do I sound like?
You sound like me a long time ago when I used to hate Cody Rhodes because I hated Cody because he always got his chance back up. He always got a chance. What's it? WrestleMania? He had a feud with Roman for what, a year or two? WrestleMania 39 to WrestleMania 40. Had a little back and forth with the Bloodline. The Bloodline turns into Bloodline 2.0, has a new beef and feud with the new Bloodline. So really, bro had beef with Solo for about 3 years. Had beef with Roman for like 1 year. I mean, 2 years. So I don't see how you can like how Cody gets his chance up and down. He gets his chance everywhere he goes just because his father died and he wants to do it for his dad. I get that, but at the same time, how is that any different with Dakota Kai who never gets pushed and Lyra Valkyria. What's her name? Ivy Nile.
Yeah. So next up, we are going to be covering the men's Intercontinental Champion match with Dominic Mysterio versus Octagon Jr. Honestly, I'm going to be 100% honest. I feel like this match was a time filler. I feel like Triple H probably said, oh man, I'm Triple H. We still got 10 minutes of dead air, bro. How am I going to fix this dead air problem? And then he made that match at work. So, honestly, going into this match, obviously the fans want to see a good match. The fans want to see a match where you don't know who's going to come out on top. But this match, especially of this dude, or of Octagon Jr., of him having no experience in WWE and being in Lucha Libre and AAA, I honestly just felt like, well, obviously Dominic's going to retain it. If they chose Dominic to win against Braun Breaker and Penta, obviously they're not going to let somebody who has like less than 20 days of experience in WWE, let alone I'd say a year, depending on how they book you. They're not going to let somebody have under a year of experience in WWE hold the workhorse title just like that. So, like I said, I feel this is a time filler. But what are your opinions on this, Cameron?
My opinion, first of all, going into this match, I thought Octagon Jr. was Penta because of the thing on his head. So when I was seeing like the not really promo, but the back and forth they had after that match, I was like, Zero, Neto, and then I looked at him closer and I was like, wait, who is that? But I can totally see where you're going. They're not just gonna let some random dude nobody probably in WWE knows instead of like the super fans, like nobody knows, just come in and get a match. And about that time killer thing, I want to go back to WrestleMania where Nick Aldis I think had drugs the night before when he said TLC match next Friday. I I think like they could have did something if they wanted a time killer. They could have did something a better match than that. And plus, they could have put somebody other than Octagon Jr. in there too. Like the second what's his name? Iguana dude. The second Iguana comes on screen, everybody loves him. They could have put Iguana in that match, at least put it on for another minute. Then it was on with Octagon Jr. People be still going for Iguana guy, calling him the next Jake the Snake Roberts. They might have even let him get the title. WWE's already pushing him. He's not getting a contract for NXT. No, they're pushing him to they're pushing him straight to the main roster. So I think they could have did something better than that match as a time killer.
I agree. Next up, we have the Women's Money in the Bank match, where Naomi defeated Rhea Ripley, Stephanie Vauquer, Alexa Bliss, Roxanne Perez, and Julia. Honestly, I feel like Naomi was a good choice to win the title. I mean, the Money in the Bank contract. I feel like this is going to elevate her as a heel a lot more. So I feel like this was a good call by WWE. It was somebody who most of us probably didn't expect to win the Money in the Bank
Everybody
contract.
expected her. Everybody expected Naomi to win.
You know, they expected Rhea Ripley to win. Am I wrong?
Yes,
they expected Rhea Ripley or Stephanie Vauquer.
All right, I can see Stephanie Vauquer, but people didn't even know. I didn't even know Rhea Ripley was going into that title, into that Money in the Bank match. I don't think anybody expected her, unless you're talking about like those super fans on TikTok saying, "Oh yeah, Rhea Ripley and Jey Uso are the best wrestlers of all time. Jey Uso just won the title. He's already better than Steph Rollins and Damian Priest. He just won the title."
Nobody said that.
Like, nobody said that. Not even a week in his title range. I'm over here on TikTok. People, Steph Rollins is the best champion of heavyweight champion. I know you be one something. And then it turns to Jey Uso, and it's a cool edit or something. Nobody really. Unless like you're talking about those super fans of like 5-year-old girls who love Cody Rhodes, there's nobody really expected her to win her. I'm gonna say this: it was her first title match. It was not title, ladder match, Money in the Bank match. So even Stephanie had better chances of winning than Rhea. Everybody knew Naomi was going to win because, like you said, it was going to be a great heel move. And one last thing, I hate that decision. The only reason they did that is to say somebody that Naomi is going to have a feud with is going to win the title. And that's just wrong, putting like the same 3 people back in a rivalry, giving Naomi the Money in the Bank so she can cash in on them. I feel like either Jade or Bianca, which I think is going to be Bianca, is going to win a title. Naomi's probably going to cash in, and they're going to have a longer feud because this feud has really been. It hasn't been that great. I mean, I love it, but like all the superstars been out. It's only been like if you actually count it, it's been like 4 weeks, probably a 5 week feud. So if they did literally anybody, but I wanted Stephanie Von. I knew Naomi was gonna win, but literally anybody else would have won, and I would be happy. Even the people you said Rhea Ripley, everybody wanted Rhea Ripley to win. I would want. It's at the point I don't want Naomi to win. I really didn't. Rhea had her chance with the title.
Yeah. Well, I agree with you. Honestly, because as much as people wanted Rhea to win, I knew she wasn't going to. Because she doesn't. Rhea, agree or disagree, Rhea Ripley does not need the Money in the Bank contract to win a title.
Agree. She doesn't even need a title. WWE has had their chance of pushing Rhea to the moon. It's time for a new talent. Naomi has been pushed to the moon.
Wait, am I wrong? But they did push Naomi.
They did push Naomi. I kind of see how they push Naomi, but in another way. You gotta know that they're not gonna take her out of this feud that they already built it all the way from War Games to WrestleMania. They're not just gonna drop this feud like it was nothing. They're gonna continue this feud for at least, I'm not gonna probably say a month. Yeah, or it could be a month. So yeah. It's gonna go on the same love hate, I don't know, triangle with Naomi, Bianca Belair, and Jade Cargill. Somebody out of those two, Bianca and Jade, gonna win the title. Naomi's gonna cash in, and she might win the title. I think she might win the title, depending on who wins the championship. If it's Jade, she's not winning. If it's Bianca, she's definitely winning.
I agree. Next up, we have the tag team match with Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso and John Cena versus Logan Paul. Cameron, your thoughts?
My thought, I'm not gonna go straight into R-Truth's return. It was funny seeing Logan Paul's reaction on his YouTube thing, but in that real match, the only reason everybody loved it so much was really because of R-Truth's coming back. They don't actually care about that match. The match was, I don't want to say good, but I don't want to say bad either. Logan Paul was killing it. The moonsault he did onto the table on Jey Uso.
So honest, bro, that scared me.
It did scare me. The way Logan Paul's eyes opened up, the way Jay was just dead on the ground, it really did scare me. But I liked how it turned out with all the moonsaults, all the super kicks, all the yeets, all the Cody Rowe. I liked the match a little. It wasn't. I don't think it should have been. If R-Truth didn't come back, I don't think it would have been main event worthy. I really don't.
Honestly,
yeah.
I think it would be main event worthy. Honestly, because you have two of the biggest. No, I think, I'd be confident to say this. You have four of the biggest names in the company currently going at each other in a tag team match. That's gold. I think that was main event worthy.
It's gold, but
obviously the men's Money in the Bank match. The men's Money in the Bank match was obviously the main event.
It was main.
Speaking of the men's Money in the Bank, oh no, I didn't say my thing. Honestly, I am gonna include R-Truth. I think this match was one of the best it was one of the best tag team matches we've seen in a little bit.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't.
Yes, it was.
What?
When you
No.
had Archer, when you had everybody fooled that Archer was out of the company and probably going to retire because of his age at 52, that was gold. That was absolute gold. We had, WWE had us awful. WWE had us awful.
No, Nicholas, I have a question.
Wait, you're telling me at the beginning of the match when they run the bell, you're telling me you predicted R-Truth to come back?
No.
I didn't either. And I don't think anybody else did.
I did. That was a great surprise.
Again, I think it was a great match, obviously because of the wrestlers who were in it, how it ended, and who returned and who got involved.
All right.
Moving on, we have
No. We're not moving on. We're not moving on.
We are.
I want to talk about
You had an opportunity to speak your mind. I have an opportunity to speak mine.
I want to talk about this for like another 2 minutes. Because I'm going to just end this off with a question and then we can go straight into the Money in the Bank match. What was the other, 2 best moments in that match instead of for me, I love the moonsault and in R-Truth coming back. But what other moments was really there? Only R-Truth, not R-Truth, Logan Paul and John Cena really fighting over what they're trying to do, their game plan.
Another good moment was when Jay gave Cody a hot tag and when John Cena and Logan Paul were arguing amongst each other, which caused the Jay Uso hot tag to Cody.
Okay. You know what?
Next up, we have the men's Money in the Bank match with Seth Rollins beating LA Knight, Penta, Solo Sikoa, El Grande Americano, and Andrade. I'll say my opinion first this time because you went first last time.
Got it.
Honestly, I absolutely 100% loved this match. Whether it was the Mexican Destroyer that Penta did on Andrade, or when Chad Gable almost got unmasked. You might not remember that, but he almost got unmasked. I think it was amazing, especially that we saw the turn of Jacob Fatu on Solo Sikoa. Can we talk about it? So, overall, I don't think Seth Rollins needs the Money in the Bank briefcase to win a belt, but we all remember what happened last time. The Money in the Bank briefcase. Obviously, we all remember, correct? It was one of the greatest cash-ins of WWE history. If not one of the best, the best. People that I would have wanted to win would probably be Penta and LA Knight. Anybody else, they can keep getting into all the Money in the Bank qualifying matches they want, but they will not win. Your thoughts, Cameron?
I like what you said about everything. I agree with most of the stuff you said. It was a really memorable Money in the Bank match. What else am I gonna say about that? I liked a lot of the moments. I liked the I Hate You solo, the turn. Yeah. But is there anything else? Steph Rollins winning I think that was a good pick. Steph Rollins or Penta for me. And that's it on my thoughts.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Well, everybody, we appreciate you for tuning in to this episode of TLC Talkers. We honestly think this was an amazing episode. I love everything we covered. So, what are your guys' opinions? We want to give us everything you would take away from what we said. Give us your opinions. Honestly, if you didn't like Money in the Bank this year, let us know. If you liked Money in the Bank this year, let us know. If you absolutely loved Money in the Bank and it was your favorite PLE of all time, let us know. If you guys think we could look at stuff in a certain way, absolutely let us know. We love hearing your opinions. And without further ado, this is TLC Talkers. I'm your host, Nicholas Vasquez.
I'm your co-host, Cameron.
And we will see you next episode.
Adios.